Welcome. Today we will explore how Azure Virtual WAN helps simplify large-scale branch connectivity and how Virtual WAN Hubs streamline the management of branch to Azure communication. So let's get started. Azure Virtual WAN offers a centralized hub and spoke architecture. It simplifies the management of large-scale connectivity by consolidating branch to Azure communication into just one unified platform. Now, for that, you have to use the hubs. Well, the Virtual WAN hub serves as a central hub for branch connections. It securely routes traffic between on-prem network and Azure resources, making the setup more scalable and efficient in the future. Now, with Virtual WAN, Wide Area Network, you can extend your global connectivity between branches across different regions. This provides fast and secure communication, ensuring that your business stays connected worldwide. Virtual WAN also automates the creation of site-to-site VPN connections, simplifying the VPN configuration and ensuring secure connection between branches and Azure. So remember, Virtual WAN already have inbuilt capabilities to establish peering connection, VPN connection, express route. Virtual WAN also integrates with Azure Firewall and NSG, ensuring that security policies are enforced consistently across all branch connections. So in simple words, Virtual WAN provides you a one-stop solution to manage security, connection, and future expansion, specifically worldwide. So let's go to our lab and see how to implement Virtual WAN, how the dashboard looks like. I will see you in the lab. All right, in this lab, we will figure out how to create the infrastructure to implement Azure Virtual WAN. So right now I am in my portal, and as you can see, if I go to virtual networks, there are multiple, but only focus on the virtual network in my resource group. I have 3 networks. I know on-prem is right now on cloud, but you just have to pretend that this is on-premises network. So I have one on-prem network and 2 networks on cloud. In total, 3 separate networks. The IP address of the first network is 10.0.0.0. My cloud VNet 1 IP is 10.1.0.0. And the second network on cloud is 10.2.0.0. So on-prem is 10.0.0.0, VNet 1 is 10.1.0.0, and VNet 2 is 10.2.0.0. Then I also created virtual machines. Right now, only focus on the resource group, that is NITARG, that is our resource group. I have one server on-prem. This is running Windows Server 2019. Then I have 2 machines, VM1 and 2 on VNet number 1, and third machine on VNet number 3. All right, so it looks like this. This is my on-prem environment, that is 10.0.0.0, with one machine, that is on-prem VM. My VNet 1, that is 10.1.0.0, have 2 VMs inside it. And my my network number 2 is here, 10.2.0.0, and the VM name is VM03. They are not connected. These networks are not connected. So all these virtual machines cannot talk to each other. Apart from these 2, they can talk to each other, but they cannot talk to other machine in the different network. So basically, our idea or the task is to create a virtual WAN in the center to form a hub and spoke architecture. So it will be like this. So In this lab, we will see how to create this virtual WAN and also how to create a hub in the center. So let's go back to our Azure. So now we have our networks, we have our machines running. So let's focus on virtual WAN. So search for virtual WAN. Then click on create. Select your subscription, select your resource group. My resource group name is NITARG. Select your region and give your virtual WAN a name. I will call it NITA Virtual WAN. Now select your type. I will go with the standard one. Click next, review it, and create. Remember, we are just creating a virtual WAN infrastructure. It will not work unless we create the hub and then configure it. So there are still multiple steps to complete. In this lab, we are only learning how to create a virtual WAN and a hub. All right, virtual WAN is ready. Let's go to virtual WAN. Here it is. Let's open it. And as you can see, right now we don't have any hub. So let's create one. That should be the first step. So go to connectivity and then click on hubs. Then click on new hub. All right. Region will be Canada Central. I will give it a name. I will call it NITA HUB hub. I will keep it simple. Now, the hub needs its own private address space. Remember, in the end, I'm going to connect all these networks and hub together. So the IP address must not overlap. So for the hub, I cannot use 10.100, 10.200, or 10.000. I have to use the next available network. So the address space can be 10.300. How about that? 10.3.0.0/16. So this will be the IP address of our hub or address space of our hub. So 3.0.0/16 is the complete address space. Now, virtual hub capacity. Well, for this demo, 2 routing infrastructure for redundancy and 3 Gbps throughput for a router is more than enough. It can support 2,000 VMs. We only have 4, so I will go with the cheapest option. But it can go all the way to 50 Gbps routers. I'll go with 3 Gbps. Hub routing preference. Well, for this one, we are not using ExpressRoute. We don't have any ExpressRoute infrastructure created. So you can use VPN, or you can also go for ASPath. I will select with the ASPath. Now, as you can see, creating a hub with a gateway will take 30 minutes. That means if you're creating a hub, it will not take that much time. But if you are also going to deploy a VPN gateway along with the hub, it can take 30 minutes. So that is our next lab. But for this one, I will just configure all this, click next. At the point, I will not create any VPN gateway. So I will say no need for site-to-site VPN, no need for point-to-site. We are not even doing ExpressRoute. Next tags, review it, and create. So remember, we are not creating any gateway. It's just a hub. All right, so deployment is done. Let's go back to our virtual WAN and let's click on it. As you can see on the world map, now we have a small hub over here. If you click on the hub, this is it. Now, do we have any gateway opening from this hub? Not really. We don't have any virtual network connection, but that is direct VNet to VNet connection. Think of VNet peering. We don't have any site-to-site VPN, point-to-site, ExpressRoute, or anything. We have to create it now. So let's So let's wrap this lab. In the next lab, we will create our gateway on this hub. So that's it for this lab. I will see you in the next one. All right, in this lab, we will create our connections between multiple networks using virtual WAN. So basically, we will connect our on-premises environment with our virtual WAN via a VPN tunnel. And then we will connect our VNet 1 and VNet 2 with the hub directly so that they all can communicate. So this will be your hub in the center and spoke architecture. As of now, we already have our networks. We have the machines running. We also have virtual WAN ready with a hub inside it. Now, you cannot use the hub directly. You still have to create your VPN, virtual private network gateway. So let's start with creating a VNG over here. So for that, you will go to your hub, then click on your hub. Now over here, you will see that VPN site to site is not configured, no gateway. So let's click on create. Well, you can also click here under connectivity. If you don't want to click on this option in your overview page, you can also go to connectivity and click right here. Now let's create a VPN gateway. So click on it. Choose the cheapest option. For me, one scale unit, which gives me 500 Mbps multiplied by 2 for redundancy, is good enough. Again, this is just a demo, so speed is not required. I don't need higher throughput. And the routing preference, I will use Microsoft Network for better performance and latency. Click on create. And that's it. It was that easy. Remember, it's not complete yet. Still, you have to wait for this gateway to deploy. It can take anywhere about 20 to 25, 30 minutes. In the meantime, we can go ahead and also create a connection between this network and the hub and this network and the hub. For that, you will go to Virtual WAN again, click on it. And over here, if you go to your hub, click on it, and then find virtual network connection. Click on this. You can also directly go under connectivity and click on virtual network connection. It will take you to the same page. Now let it refresh. It will look for all the connections. We don't have money. We just have a hub. We still need to add connections to this hub. So click add. Now what will be the name? I will call it I will keep it very simple. I will just say VNet01, that is first network, 01, 2, VNet02. So we are connecting VNet 1, not 2 actually, 2, hub. Now which hub you want to connect to? Obviously this one. So we will go ahead. All right, so why it is grayed out? One more point to remember. Whenever you are configuring or updating the hub, you cannot configure the hub again. So right now, an activity is still going on. I'm creating a VPN gateway on the hub, which will take 30 minutes. Until then, you cannot touch this hub. So in your case, you should actually make your virtual network connection first, because this one takes, almost no time, 3-4 minutes. So now I have no other way. I have to wait for my VPN gateway to deploy, and then I can create connections. But I can still tell you, you have to create 2 connections. VNet 1 to hub, then you will select your hub, subscription, resource group, virtual network, the virtual network you want to create. So VNet 1, and that's it. You click create. Then you have to create one more connection, that is VNet 2. When both connections will be created, the communication between this network and this network can actually happen. So let's wait for our VPN gateway to deploy. All right, perfect. So for me, it took 18 to 20 minutes. So it might take 30 minutes. Please do not lose patience. Don't try to delete your resource group or recreate it. If it is taking more time, let it be. All right. So as you can see, my gateway is done. My VNG is established. Let's go ahead and create our network connections. Click on Add Connections. And this time, you will be able to select your hub because there is no updates going on. So I will just call it VNet 01 to my hub. Select my hub. And then the resource group will be NITARG. The network I'm talking about is network 1, of course. Now, propagate to none. I will say no. So these are all advanced options. You don't have to touch it at the moment. But in the future, let's say you have a hybrid environment or you have multiple networks connected and you want to create route tables or you want to dictate or control routes for your IP traffic, then you may configure this. So at the moment, I will just create this connection. As you can see, it is nothing more than peering. So yes, you can create VNet to VNet peering manually, but right now we are using hub in the center. So instead of VNet 1 connected to VNet 2 directly, they both will connect with the hub. So once this peering connection is established, we will go ahead and create a separate one. So right now, this is almost done. Then we have not created a connection here. We have a VNG here. Okay, so this is our VNG, means our gateway device. It's ready, but need to be configured. So this is our VNG, Virtual Network Gateway. But they're not connected with on-prem. And then we will connect this. Right, we are still waiting for this peering network. All right, so that connection is done. If I just refresh it, you will see a change here. Now, I can drop it out, and you have a network there. And the connection provisioning is done. It succeeded. So let's add another site. I will wait for it, and I will call it VNet 02 to the hub again. I will select my hub. I will select my resource group where the network is, NITA resource group, and I will select VNet 2 and create the connection. So basically, now I have this connected. So VM3, your virtual machine 3, must be able to now connect with VM2. They must be able to talk. We will test that next. So I will wait for this connection to finish first. All right, so both connections are done. As you can see, if I go to Virtual WAN, and then I click on my hub here. All right, click here. All right, and then yes, over here the network. Let it refresh. Sometimes it takes time. Perfect. Now 2 connections succeeded. So now I actually RDP'd to my VM1 and VM3. This is VM1 and VM3. VM1 is using 10.1.0.0. VM3 is using 10.2.0.0. And here are those 2 machines. So let me just go to command prompt. ipconfig. This is 10.1.0.4. So what about this one? cmd ipconfig 10204. I can maximize it. Here we go. This is 10104. This is 10204. So let's see if they can talk now. So I will just simply ping 10.1.0.4. Yep. As you can see, the connection established and these machines can talk. Ping 10.2.0.4. Yeah. So this proves that this connection is now working. This VNet is going through the hub to this VNet. So they're using hub in the center. So that's it for this lab. In the next lab, we will connect our VNG and our on-premises environment. So stay tuned. All right, in this lab, we will create our VPN connection between on-premise site and the VNG we created in the hub. So if we go back to diagram, we are talking about this connection over here. So for this, first of all, we need the public IP, like PUB, public IP address of on-prem. Then our VNG also need a public IP, so there must be one. We also need that. PUB public IP. And then we also have to mention the private address spaces on both sides. So let's go ahead. We'll start from the Azure side. So let's go to our virtual WAN, then click on it, then find your hub, click on your hub, then find your VPN site to site. And here it is. A VPN gateway device is already up and running, but not configured. So to configure the connection, you will initiate by creating a VPN site. So let's click on add or create a new VPN site. Select your subscription, select your resource group, that is NITARG for me. Select your region, that is Canada Central, and give it a name. I will call it Cloud VNG. Now, device vendor. Well, you don't have to add a specific, person here. It's just the name or name of any virtual network appliance you're using or the software name. You can put it there. I will simply call it NITA. NITA Cloud. Perfect. Now, private address space. Remember, your your IP addresses must not overlap. So we are going to connect this VNG with other network, which is 10.0.0/16. So it should not overlap. So I can use 10.3.0.0? Not really, because 10.3.0.0 is already used. So this must be another network. So it will be 10.4.0.0. So I'm giving this VNG a 10.4.0.0 network, which will not overlap with any other connected virtual network. So how about this one? 10.4.0.0/16 can be my address space. Oh, wait. This address space is for this side. So we are telling VNG that if anyone wants to go to 10.0.0.0, please route it through the VPN tunnel. So I think it must be 10.0.0.0/16. So let's do that. 10.0.0.0/16. Then next, you will click on links. So basically, this is kind of your next hop address or the address to which the traffic will route. So if the traffic wants to go to this network, it will route through this VNG network. Click next. Here you have to create a link. I will call it cloud to on-prem. Link speed, I will say, let's say 250. If you write 250, that means 250 Mbps. If you put 100, that will be 100 Mbps. Remember, the VNG we are using can do up to 500. So you can just simply say 500 link speed. Link provider name. So this will be on-prem. They are providing the link. On-prem's public IP address. So this means on-prem VPN device. VPN device. In real world, this can be Cisco or Juniper or any other link provider like name of the device. This is the public IP address of on-prem side. So I already logged into my on-prem machine. This is my on-prem machine. So I can simply go to a browser and type what is my IP. Then I will get the IP address of my on-prem. Okay, what is my IP? Perfect. So this is my IP. I will copy it. By the way, this is the same IP I logged into because I already know it because I used, Azure's provided public IP. So this is the one. But in case you want to know the public IP, this is the easiest way. I'll put it here. And that's it. Providing a BGP and ASN name here is not necessary. We are not using any ISP in between. Next is review and create. So this is basically like creating a local network gateway, LNG. If you remember the old lab in which we create our VPN connection, but manually, not using virtual WAN or hub in the center. So this is equivalent to creating LNG on Azure. So let this connection first deploy, and then we'll move to other side, that is on-prem side. Perfect. It is now deployed. So if you go to hub, we click here, we go to VPN site to site, refresh. Eventually you will see a VPN site over here. It just got created, so it's not visible here. Or, yes, that is also a point to remember. By default, Azure only show the connected or associated hubs. Well, I will remove this filter. I want to see it all. Here it is. So I can just select it and connect VPN sites. Remember, this connection will not finish unless we do our connection from the other side as well. But let's finish one side. So once configuration is done, you will click on Connect VPN Sites. And here you will put the passphrase. Remember, this password must be discussed by or with the on-prem admin as well. You need to share it. It must be same. So I just use a simple password, that is password 1234, and I will not change anything else. I will use the default IKE version 2 protocol. Rest everything is as it is. Click on connect. Once you start connecting, remember this connection will not succeed because you have to connect from other side as well. When both sides are connected, only then you can move forward. So now what's the next step? Well, we have to now configure the on-prem side. Now before that, let me check the public IP address of VNG. We need it to connect over here. So I'll go to hub, then I click here, then my VPN site to site. That is my, the gateway device. I will click on it. And here you go. This is my public IP. Everything is mentioned there. That's my public IP. Now, while this is actually being deployed, we can move to on-prem. So this is my on-premises. I will go to Server Manager. then go to manage. We basically have to install the VPN role first and then configure it. So I'll go here, click next, next, next. Find the role that is remote access. This is used for VPN. So I'll select that, click next. No extra features are required, click next. What roles you need? I need VPN and routing. So I will select both. Click next, 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 and install this role. All right, while it is installing, let's go back and, all right, from our cloud side, everything is ready. So we're just waiting for the on-prem to finish the connection. As you can see, connection got provisioned successfully, but connectivity status is not connected. So from our cloud side, everything is done. Let's finish the on-prem side. All right, so this is done. Now we have to configure it. So you have to open the wizard, but even if you don't click here and you accidentally closed it, no worries. On the notification flag, you can go here and click. Now this will open a setup wizard. And just stay with me. There are a few steps to it. Perfect. So now what do we need? We need to deploy VPN, not direct access. So we'll just focus on a VPN tunnel. Click here. And then we'll wait for this window. As you can see right now, my server is down. So you have to right click on it and click on configure and enable routing and remote access. I'll click on it. Click next. What do you need here? So you have to select your scenario. Well, I'm not going for a dial-up connection here or remote access. My scenario is simple. Secure connection between two private networks. So I have two private networks and I want to connect it. So I will select this one. Do you want to use demand dial connection? You can say no and finish. Now, this will take, maybe a minute to turn on the system. So just stay here. This arrow, the red arrow should be gone. Perfect. Now it is green. That means it is up. Still, you're not connected. You have to configure it. So go to network interface. These are the default interface of this virtual machine, but you need to create one more adapter for your VPN connection. So right click here and click on new demand dial interface. Click next. Give this router a name. So I will call it on-prem VPN device. Next. What are you trying to create? I'm trying to create a VPN tunnel. So I will select this option, click next. Which protocol you want to use? Remember, on cloud, we are using IKEv2, so I will select that. Click next. Now, the host IP address. Well, here you have to put the public IP of your Azure side. Means this IP address. So I'll copy it and paste it here. Next. Do you want to route your IP traffic to this interface? Of course, we want our traffic to move through this tunnel to the other side for communication. So I will click next, and you will add the address space, the private address space of this side. Now remember, I want my on-prem to talk with this network as well as this network both. So we will mention both networks, which means if anyone from on-prem want to go over here or here, they will be moved to the VPN tunnel. So VPN tunnel will be the next hop. So there's 10.1.0.0 and 10.2.0.0. Let's go ahead. 10.1.0.0. Subnet mask is /16, so 255.255.0.0. This can be 256. Let's add one more. That is 10.2.0.0. 10.2.0.0/16. So that will be first octet, second octet, 0.0. This will be 256. All right, click next. Oh, no need for dial out credentials. Next and finish. Done. Now, as you can see, we are not connected on-prem VPN. So right click on it, go to properties, then go to security. Over here, use password, the pre-shared password. That is the password you entered on Azure site first. For me, it is password 1234. And for networking, it is already configured. So if I go here, no need to configure it. But if you want, well, you can configure it for this address space. That was 10.00, 0.0.0, and that's it. This is more important. I use the same password on the cloud side. Click OK. Perfect. As you can see, my IP routing is already configured to go on these two networks. So we can go ahead and try to initiate the connection. So if you right click on it and click on connect, if everything is done right on both sides, this should just connect. So let's see if we did it correctly or not. And we are connected. So let's go back to Azure side. Well, when you establish a connection, you might not see the update right away, the next second. So let's try. If we go back to our hub, click on VPN, see it still says not connected. So this status will change. It takes some time, but we can still try to test it, basically. So remember, this is my server. That is this machine. Let's try to ping our machines on these two networks. So I already have those two machines up and running. As you can see, this is my first machine. That is 10.104 network. That is this one. And then I also have the other machine 10.204. That is this one. So we will ping from the server. That is from here. So for that, I will open command prompt. Just bear with me. This machine is a little slow. Click here. ping 10.0, no, not 0.1.0.4. That is the address of our this machine. Let's ping. Perfect. So we are connected through the VPN tunnel. Let's ping the other one, 10.2.0.4. Perfect. So this proves now that all these environments, that is Virtual Network 1 on cloud, Virtual Network 2 on cloud, and on-prem network with machine inside it, they're all connected with our central hub. This hub is connected to these two networks via peering connection and with on-prem via VPN. And everything is routable. With this lab is now over. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Welcome back. I hope now you know how easy it is to use Virtual WAN and what kind of a unified experience it can provide. So, in summary, I will say that Azure Virtual WAN provides a centralized hub for managing large-scale branch connectivity. It supports global reach for your organization, connecting branches across multiple geolocation or Azure regions. It can also automate the creation and then the management of site-to-site VPN configurations. Plus, it also adds security for a safe communication by using NSG and firewall. They all complement each other. So that's all for today's session on Azure Virtual WAN. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.